Evening guys, how you all doing out there? It's a shame I'm back so late today from work. I was itching to show my Husky 2100 on a couple of big logs. She's just back together, having had the AV mounts just finished and a new chain, and I was just desperate to show her, but it's going to have to wait maybe tomorrow or in a few days when I get back a bit earlier. So I have a few project saws which I've been meaning to show people, and really late one actually, this one for me. This is an MS260. Hopefully will be a really interesting saw for some of you out there. A little bit late for me, much too late for me. So this girl is a 2004, and interesting generations, in fact, the changes for these saws. So I have a couple of the older 26s and the 24s. So the got to think now because they've changed the piston sizes, haven't they? So my 24 runs a 42mm, the 26 runs a 44mm, and I'm pretty sure these run a 44.7. They're an unusual displacement, and so this model from Stihl came out in 2001, and I think the 26 started, when did that start? Actually that's late for me as well, in fact, even now. So that's a 90s saw, beginning of 1990, and these had a reasonable run. I think they started in 2001, had a 10-year spread, and then I think the 261s kicked in and took over from this girl in 2010, and they stopped production of these in 2011, I think, from memory. I think that's what they did. So apparently amazing running saws, can run up to 20-inch bar. I think this is a 15, genuine steel bar, has a full chisel chain. Is that full chisel? Or was that? No, it's not. It's a semi-chisel. Looks sharp, good teeth life. Also has a second Oregon chain, which is excellent tooth life, but definitely needs sharpening. So it comes with two chains. Make sure that's off. Has excellent compression, and actually not too dissimilar to the 254. I was checking the RPM specs for, what engine was that I was looking up? I was looking at the 154, and down, I can't remember what engine I was looking up. Yeah, I was browsing the Stihl specs and then up on the high RPM. So these girls again apparently offload around the 13,000 RPM, which is just ferocious top RPMs. I guess relatively short stroke, 32mm, and so no apparent damage around the saw. AV mounts all feel good, and chain brake is working, felling spike present, exhaust is clean. So I took the exhaust off to photograph the piston, and on this front cover, in that bottom right hand corner, the very outside of the screw retainer, or the metal, is broken off, still held in, still held in, but good to be aware of. Piston's nice and clean. So she's got an unusual running characteristic, this engine, and she's had 4 cursory checks just to see if it's something basic or otherwise. So I checked the piston to make sure it wasn't scored or damaged. Piston looks really clean, really nice compression engine. Check the air filter's clean, changed the fuel filter, and checked the spark plug. So all those things all in order. Needle settings are correct, 1 in 1. So she starts and runs, but really peaks fantastic, but low down is very unhappy. If you leave her idling for a minute, half a minute, she'll start to get heavy and start to bog down and then just cut out. So I'm unsure what that is. They're not ones I work on. So let me show you how this girl runs. Off. does. So if you keep flipping the throttle, just stay running. Obviously not cut with the saw. Chain oil is working really well. No brakes to the side cover. Correct bar nuts. Nice on this model. No handle wrap as such as it's just a molded plastic handle. Handle's in nice condition. No brakes to the chain brake handle. Plastics are all genuine steel. A little bit of discoloration on top, but no brakes to it. Pull start housing looks in lovely condition. I took the pull start cover off and the flywheel is undamaged. Just a very clean saw. So it might just be a great part saw, or maybe that is... So it's unusual, isn't it? I don't know if that just needs carburetor servicing or whether or not that's crank seals, or maybe that's something on the ignition low down. I've seen certain older ignitions, when they've been used a lot, they'll be fine top RPMs, and then low down RPM, they're not generating the same consistent spark. So, but she sounds like she's running lean on fuel. But the needle settings are factory and they're correct. Let me show on a restart. So I think on paper these run up to a, so I think this is a nominal 50cc, 50.2, and the 26 is a 48 and a half, and I think, are these around, I can't think what these are, they might be 2.5 or 2.6 kilowatt. I can't remember what the new stats are for this engine. So what does that make this go? 3.5 horsepower? That's how she runs in. Oh yeah, that's one of the additions as well, of course. So the 26 never had a decompression valve. These girls have a decompression valve on the front, and again the MS240 doesn't have that either. So the 240, the 26, and the MS240 doesn't have that either, does it? No. So then just on the MS260, that was the introduction of the decompression valve. Serial number badge is in place. Okay guys, so rear handle excellent, fuel tank excellent, correct filler caps. So maybe just an amazing project saw, or maybe that's a simple fix. So that's interesting. She definitely sounds like she leans out. Great top end, low down. She sounds like she's leaning out, but that's not the fuel pickup. Doesn't appear to be the fuel pipe. Everything is really clean on the saw, really clean. So please bear that in mind, but hopefully an amazing project saw for one of you. That's the gorgeous MS260. Well, so say gorgeous when they're running really well. Guys, stay safe. I've got a load of project saws to show. Take care. Bye for now.